My name is Anna Patrick. I am a sister of the Infant Jesus congregation, and I have lived in Ganye for about 7 years. And the attack in Ganye actually came to us as a shock. It happened on the 22nd of March, on a Friday, when we were all at the Stations of the Cross. We were in the church hearing gunshots for about an hour, but didn't know what was happening until after the Stations of the Cross, when the first group to leave the church, because normally on Fridays we have evening masses. So after the Stations of the Cross, the few groups that didn't want to attend the mass left, and immediately they came out of the gate. They discovered that we were rounded and there were a lot of burnings and shooting going on. Actually, during the sessions we were listening, we were hearing all the gunshots, and then suddenly we realized that the mass still went on, but before the mass ended, we realized that we were in danger. And so immediately after the mass, all the people that attended the mass would have been about 150. We had to take refuge behind our convent because our own convent is right inside the church premises, but we're behind the church. So they all went there to hide. And while this was going on, the Boko Haram seems to be in different groups. Maybe I think they splitted themselves. So some burnt down the bank, a group went to the police station, a group went to the prison, other groups went to the court, and some others were in an area where they burnt down so many family houses and many lives. They killed so many people in that area. And then some group went to the prison itself because their intention was to they came to Ganye to collect their members that were imprisoned previously. We heard later on that a very high member of the group, was imprisoned there for more than a year, and they had been negotiating with the government to release them, or else they would come and release the person themselves. Then 2 months before then, two other members were brought in, and that was the reason why they came in. Actually, if the church wasn't their main target, because if the church was their main target, at 5 when we were at the Stations of the Cross with about 300 or 400 members, if they had come into the church then, they would have destroyed so many lives. But they came in around 9 when they had finished destroying so many different places. And at this stage, they finished all their bombs and things. They used the motorbikes that people ran and left in the church premises. They used that to burn the church. They needed the fuel, the tanks, and then one of the most worst part of the church, on the altar they had the vestments, the lectionary, everything sacramental. They put everything on the altar, and then they mounted this motorbike, opened the tank, set it on fire, and set two other places within the church on fire, destroyed all the fans, the musical instruments, and things like that. But we're lucky because they didn't kill anybody. The few people that we had to escape over the wall when they were coming in with their guns and shooting everywhere. So the few that broke their legs were those who couldn't. They were pushed over the wall, but then they landed badly. But then all the people that hid in the church premises that night were safe, and the church would have actually been burnt to ashes. Only that the few women that were too heavy to jump the fence stayed behind, and they were ready for anything. But luckily I don't think they saw them. And then they came in when the Boko Haram group left. And they started shouting, calling us back to come back, and then we put out the fire in the church. And so we lost good number of things, but at least the church itself was still standing. And it was a painful experience, very hard.